Hey everyone, John Blankets up here, and welcome to another Big Q University Knowledge Nugget. In this edition, we're going to explore another Big Q quality management fundamental principle we call evidence-based or fact-based decision making. I hope you find this knowledge nugget insightful and informative. Let's start out by taking a look at some of the basic elements of evidence-based decision making as a fundamental principle. First of all, factual evidence and data analysis leads to greater objectivity and confidence in decision making, understanding of cause and effect relationships and potential unintended results, and decisions that are more likely to produce results. Also, information necessary for effective decision making is determined, gathered, and provided with formal measurement, analysis, and performance evaluation processes. And selection of appropriate performance indicators and monitoring methods is critical for effective measurement and analysis. These basic elements also include assessing progress in achieving planned results against mission, vision, policies, objectives, and strategy occurs at all levels and in all relevant processes and functions of the organization. Decision making and actions taken are not only based on evidence, but are also balanced with experience and intuition. Next, let's take a look at Big Q quality management system requirements relating to evidence-based decision making as seen through the lens of ISO 9001:2015, Clause 9, titled Performance Evaluation. In that clause, it states that the organization shall analyze and evaluate appropriate data and information arising from monitoring and measuring activities. Results of these analyses shall be used to evaluate conformity of products and services, degree of customer satisfaction, performance and effectiveness of the quality management system, effective implementation of quality planning, effectiveness of actions taken to address risks and opportunities, performance of external providers or suppliers, and necessary improvements to the quality management system. Let's examine some Big Q maturity expectations as outlined in ISO 9004:2018. First of all, a highly mature quality management system relative to evidence-based decision making establishes a systemic approach to collecting, analyzing, and reviewing necessary information. They use this information to update the understanding of the context of the organization, to update policies in the organization, to update strategy and objectives, and to promote improvement, learning, and innovation activities. Also, information should include data on the organization's performance, internal audit and self-assessment results, changes in the organization's issues, both external and internal, and changes in the needs and expectations of its interested parties. Evidence-based decision-making Big Q maturity expectations also include evaluation of performance from the viewpoint of the needs and expectations of the organization's interested parties. Deviations from these needs and expectations requires analysis of identified objectives, processes, and their interactions as it relates to possible causes as to why the organization isn't meeting the needs and expectations of their interested parties. These maturity expectations also include evaluation of performance results against applicable objectives and predetermined criteria, reflecting interested parties' needs and expectations. Gaps in performance require investigation of causes and review of policy, objectives, strategy, system, processes, and management of resources. Also, when objectives have been met or exceeded, we want to perform an analysis of what made it possible to maintain that level of performance so that we can create learning for others elsewhere in the organization. And finally, highly mature Big Q quality management systems ensure that evaluation results are understood by top management and that prioritization of performance failures requiring corrective actions are based on impact or risk to policies, objectives, and strategies. Also, ensuring that you evaluate improvements on a long-term perspective to see if the rate of improvement and the amount of improvement over time meets expected levels. Next, let's take a look at some Big Q best practices for evidence-based decision making. I'm going to do this by introducing to you what I call the quality iceberg of information. We've got this big old iceberg floating in the ocean, and it represents the totality of information regarding quality. Now, what's above the waterline is the visible part of quality. It's what we know that we know. And what's below the waterline is the hidden part of quality, what we don't know that we don't know. And what keeps the majority of that iceberg below that waterline? Well, lack of timely, accurate, reliable, and secure information and data, and ineffective measuring, monitoring, analysis, and evaluation methods. What can we do to lower the waterline and expose more of this quality iceberg of information, this visible part of quality? Well, first of all, we need to determine, measure, and monitor key performance process indicators. We need to make all data available to relevant people across the organization, and we need to make sure that our data and information is accurate, reliable, and secure. In addition, we must use suitable methods to analyze and evaluate data and information, and we must ensure the competency of all people that analyze and evaluate data and information. And we must also be mindful that we've got to continue to lower the waterline and expose more of the quality iceberg of information so that what we know is greater than what we don't know that we don't know. Let's end this Knowledge Nugget edition by taking a look at some of the benefits of evidence-based decision making. Well, first of all, we have improved assessments of process performance and ability to achieve objectives, improved operational effectiveness and efficiency, increased levels of customer satisfaction, increased ability to review, challenge, and change opinions and decisions through evidence-based decision making, increased ability to demonstrate the effectiveness of past decisions, increased level of cultural maturity, and of course, achieve sustained success. Well, that's going to be a wrap for this Big QU Knowledge Nugget. I hope this edition piqued your interest and intellectual curiosity. Please don't hesitate to leave feedback or comments regarding this content. And if you haven't already done so, please consider following and/or subscribing to the Big Q University Quality Management Knowledge Sharing Series. I hope you'll plan to join me for the next Big Q University Knowledge Nugget, which is going to explore the last Big Q quality management fundamental principle we call relationship management. But until then, remember, every day is a great day to make things better. See you next time.